Good morning, Alabama. How's everybody doing today?
It's Coffee and Chaos. Friday. Y'all know what's up. Hope everybody's coffee is hot and strong. Good morning, Teresa, Demo Man Don, Arkansas Minute Man, Bobby Bama. Good morning, everybody. Warriors. Good to have all these warriors up in here. I tell you what, guys, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't sleepy. But we're going to get after it today. If I can get these cables untangled. It's going to be a good day. That's right. Modern Minute Man. Good morning. Bad dream. What's up, brother? It's good to see everybody. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I don't even know if I said it on last night's live, but the 308, she got her a bipod yesterday. I'm happy about that. We're going to see how that thing's doing tomorrow. Bad dream. No more buzzing noises. And man, I'm literally like, I did not change or touch anything but the power button. That was it. Not touched a single thing. It's pretty weird. I guess that's what happens though. You get like budget streaming equipment. When I got this stuff, well, I still don't claim to know what I'm doing, but when I got this stuff, I just went with some Amazon special stuff. So never know if we're gonna get buzzing noises
Or some kind of weird noises.
or some kind of weird voices.
We never know what we're gonna get. So I'm just glad I do have the voice changer at least. That does make me feel good. Having the voice changer. I've been really sad the few times that you guys said you couldn't hear it change. That stinks. Tin Man Metal, what's up, brother? Yeah, it's guess I'm like quick stuff. After last night, I'm not thirsty anymore. Oh man, I am thirsty, but it's just for coffee now, not moonshine. Light Fighters Anonymous, or excuse me.
Light Fighters Anonymous. What's up, brother?
Or do you prefer?
Light Fighters Anonymous, what's up, brother?
Which one do you prefer? We'll try to use everybody's preferred voice as they come in the chat. Man, that coffee's good. It's hitting good this morning. I need it this morning. That's what I came for. That's what she said. That's what she comes for. The voices. The squeaker. I know we've been calling that one the chipmunk, but it made from
This is now called the squeaker.
That's pretty funny. It's from now on the squeaker. Northern Hillbilly, good morning. Warriors. It's good to see everybody. Oh man. I tell you what, I got 300 rounds of blank ammo and blank adapter. I'm getting really excited. Light Fighters, you know what's up. Oh, there it is. Bad dream. 19 days. And who's counting? Who's counting? Yeah, I'm excited, man. I saw the patches and shirts on your channel. I'll definitely be bringing some Cashienda. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, after my dad passed away, I'm gonna bring one of his guns too. That'll kind of be like him coming with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, Dad, this is your first patrol. He always liked shooting and stuff. I never could get him out to do like the foot patrols and all. He was a busy guy though. He was always doing something. Oh man. Dang. So you've been busy too. Nah, dude, just let it flow. It'll be good. It'll just like your first time scroping, man. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. That's right, J squared. Yes, anytime Modern Minuteman's in here, it now becomes J squared. That's right. Man, Light Fight Brock is our mutual friend from Crossfire gonna be there by any chance? I'm not allowed to say his name or show his face, but he's very special to me. He's definitely a homie. Yes, 100, dude, 100%, man. I'm telling you, we talk about. Oh man, I was hoping he'd be there. It's all. I need to go see him. He keeps telling me to. He's not that far away from me. But yes, about the deepest woods is the best church. I'm gonna tell you guys. For me personally, nothing. I'm a religious dude. I'm a Christian. Nothing has brought me closer to God than like being in the woods for a long time, or even not so good places for a while, because I don't know, like, this is gonna sound horrible, and I'm not telling anyone not to go to church. I'm not. Please don't hear me say that. I'm not saying that. We just recently, I believe, have found us a good local church that we're going to start going to, kind of call it our home. But anywho, being in tough places, being out in the woods, being in hard times, that stuff has brought me closer to God than anything. Anything. Like, I don't know, when, if there's a situation where you don't know if you'll, I guess, survive, that kind of stuff, like Brock or like Light Fighter said here. Oh, that's hilarious. But being out in the woods, what that does is clear your mind. Like, and I'm talking about with no cell phone, no nothing, no electronics, zero. The outside world, as we know it, like right now, here, this has zero influence, zero. Like, it doesn't even matter when you're out there. That's the kind of stuff that just, if you're like soul searching, like even if it's a non-religious thing, you're wanting to clear your mind, clear everything. Dude, get out in the woods. It's the best thing. Didn't mean to get going off on that, but that's a huge, like, you could do a video talking about that. and see. I know me and Jay's talked about that too. J squared. But yeah, that's for anybody that needs to hear that. If you got a lot going on in your life, like no joke, that's a heck of a place to start. Even if it's like a I don't know, like a public trail or something, you could go walk down, get out in the woods a little ways, find a good place to chill, sit down, and just, reflect, meditate, whatever. It does a lot more than people think. And good coffee. It's always good too. I try to give Modern Minute Man a lot of credit. He does deserve it. He's a good dude, good channel. Northern Hillbilly. When you're out in the woods, everything is real for a change. That's right. That's right. Hey, did everybody see that video that's like a home break-in video? The dude protects his home with an AR, but the intruder was a black bear. Did y'all see that? Did anybody see that? Oh man, 100%. Modern Mint Man said, agreed, Jay. My camp can feel like my church away from church. It's calming and recharging to go out there for a day or two by myself and just go with the flow of nature. That's true, man. Some of my like I don't know, most memorable times is like when I would go hunting. Like when I was young, I started deer hunting on my own. I was old enough, and Dad gave me the okay to start hunting on my own. I think I was around 12 or 13, and you gotta get through all the firearm safety, all the I guess the outdoorsman skills. It's pretty funny, like a path to independence. All the stuff you gotta be able to do. And anywho, so when I started hunting by myself, and in August, like now, I would have been scouting and kind of preparing locations. I'd already know what deer I'd be hunting, all this good stuff, or what bucks. And there was a lot of times, man, I would just go sit in my deer stand. Sometimes I wouldn't even have a gun, during preseason when I was just scouting and stuff, just watching everything. Man, that was so peaceful. I would just sit up in my deer stand for hours, just watch it. Man, I would see the coolest things. I saw foxes and squirrels playing together. I've seen when Papa was alive, I saw deer and calves play together. That was pretty neat. A bunch of stuff, you wish you had on like a cell phone video, but it's all up here, and that's kind of the only way you can get a lot of that stuff. So it's pretty cool to just get out in nature, and it's so, man, it clears your mind. As a teenager, and I think the stress is higher today on kids than it was when I was a teenager, but still, like all that teenage stress and bullshit goes on at school, it would just go away. I wouldn't even be thinking about that stuff, and it was so nice just being out there in the woods. It was awesome. But yeah, for anybody that needs to hear that, if you got a lot on you, try that for real. Just get out in the woods, start walking, throw your backpack with some food, water, medical, possibly comms, depending on where you are. At least make sure you got cell service, and then turn it off and have fun. Morning, Teresa. I thought you was already up in here. Was you not? Maybe I was thinking of you last night. You were a long time ago. But good morning, Teresa. Your kiddos in school yet? see. Bad dream. I go to Kentucky 4 times a year to bow hunt. Man, that's awesome. I've got to get my bow out, man. I may do that today. I don't know. I got a busy day, dadgummit. And then tomorrow, I need to get my bow out though. I love shooting bows. I used to shoot competition, outdoor and indoor competition. It was super fun. EDC Patrol, good morning, brother. Hope everybody, just a reminder, hope everybody's coffee hot and strong. If you need one of these badass coffee mugs, it's here waiting on you. Let's see, Arkansas man. Since a kid, woods has always been my place to go meditate, sort problems out, de-stress, pray. Going kind of messed up, come out like a brand new person. Agree with Jay, my church, away from church. Yeah, 100%, man. That was the best way I've ever heard anybody put that, Jay. When you said it's your church away from church. It really is. It really is. Squirrel hunting. Yeah, man. Tactical Muffin Top, good morning, brother. Bad dream. It does, man. The bow I shoot, it's like a 2013 Hoyt. Dude, the string on that thing, I shouldn't say that now. Now it's going to pop on me. Should not say that. The string on it is still its factory string. Still like the last time I shot it, which was earlier this year, completely like I keep it waxed really good. You
gotta keep that thing waxed.
But it's been awesome. That bow has been awesome. I love the Hoyt stuff. But yes, you're absolutely right, man. I've looked at the new like carbon fiber Hoyts. Like those things are awesome. I think it's like RX3s now or RX something. I was like, oh man, I'd love to have one of them. Dude, those things are like $1,000 just for the bare bow. You don't that is no sights, no peep, nothing. Like you have to have everything set up for it. So I cannot bring myself to do that. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna keep shooting my 2013. And it's funny that what I killed my first deer with a bow was an old PSE, like just kind of shitty one. It worked though. If I had to guess, I think we chronoed it. I don't even think it shot 250 feet per second. It was not like all these, like my Hoyt. I mean, it's over 300 even when I tune it down. So yeah, it's because it's a 60 or 70 pound bow. I got it on 70. I just keep her crunk all the time. And man, I'm telling you, it's wild the technology them things have now. But yeah, my first deer though, you don't have to have like the newest, latest, and greatest for anybody that would be wanting to get into it. Just practice, practice, practice. That's all I know to tell you. I love shooting bows though. That is a for real like big passion of mine. Shit. Tactical Muffin.
We're gonna stroke that thing a long time. You know what I'm saying? With wax.
You're horrible, Tactical Muffin Top. TMT, you're a bad influence on me. Oh man, that's funny. Live life. Good morning. Hope you're doing good, brother. Oh man. J Square, the liquid of life. Woo. Wax on, wax off. Oh man. Arkansas Minute Man still rocking Matthews Z7. Dude, that is what. So at the time I was shooting Bowtech, which I love Bowtech, by the way. I love that brand. God, man, I wish I had my original Bowtech. I saw a picture of me the other day with that bow, and I was like, I wish I still had it. My dad bought me that bow brand new. And it's one of them things, I guess when everybody's alive and healthy, you don't think about that stuff. In my mind, I'm just like, oh man, I need to get rid of that and upgrade. Get newer stuff. And then, like now when dad's gone, it's like, man, I still wish I had all that stuff that he got me. But anyway, I love Bowtech. Love Bowtech. That may be my favorite brand actually when it comes to shoot. I love my Hoyt, don't get me wrong. It's an awesome bow, but if I had to pick like my favorite brand of bows, it would probably be Bowtech. Anywho, Mathews Z7. That, if I'm not mistaken, Arkansas Minuteman, ain't that the 2005 to 2007 era Mathews? If it is, if that's the one I'm thinking of, that's what my buddy that would go to a lot of these competitions with me and shoot. That's what he shot for a while. I see the chipmunks and oh yeah, they're back.
Oh yeah, they back. I am your father. Or no, we'd say, I am your daddy.
Oh god, we had the daddy the daddy talk a couple weeks ago in here. That was pretty funny. I was not aware that was like apparently that's a sexual thing, I guess. I don't know. That's weird to me. I missed the memo, but that's what some people were saying. And so yeah. Yeah.
Luke, I am your daddy.
Whew. All right, we're getting off that topic. Bows are a weapon that Minutemen seem to overlook. Someone should do a video how to use a bow and shit. I've been trying to plan that one out in my head actually. The only thing so I'm a compound bow shooter, I'm a baby. The only bad thing about compound bows is SHTF, you are not going to be able to repair that thing if something happens. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got these specific tools already somewhere, and if you had to bug out, you got to leave your tools. But anyway, oh man, heck yeah, you do, definitely. But the what was I gonna say? The practical use for a bow is definitely there. Definitely. Gotta go get to the office. All right, man. Brother, thank you for coming by. J Squared. Love you. Have a good day. Be safe this weekend. All that good stuff. Oh shit, I'm way behind on comments. He's probably already long gone now. To shoot an air rifle for yeah, and that's good too, man. Air rifles, bows. I guess your non-traditional, something that's not a traditional firearm, but it's still, capable of hunting with or something like that, is a good tool to have, in my opinion. Oh, okay. 2010. Yeah, okay. So they probably made them for a while. The S7s. Those are good bows. I saw my buddy put that thing through hell. Chuck, maybe one had a girl who called me Pappy. Is that right? It was creepy. So apparently this girl said this in a let's see, in a romantic setting. That's what made it creepy, right? I guess that's what we're talking about. Have you seen the bows that fire steel shot out of a magazine? Did I see some? I think I saw something like that on like a Facebook short one time. I was not sure if that was real or not, to be honest. Bad dream, yes. I was honestly even thinking of going further than a recurve bow, like a long bow. I don't know if this is still a thing or not. I would love to do this. If it's still a thing. I need to try to do some research and see if it is. So up in I'm about to have to get off here. Up in northeast Georgia, Cherokee area. Okay, Cherokee. There used to be like it's like a class almost, but you would go like hiking with a couple or a group of actual like Cherokee Indian dudes that's really kept tradition going in their family, which I think is important on stuff like that, like not stupid traditions, like for real, knowing how to live off the land, knowing how to use plants as medicine, this kind of thing. So anyway, you go hiking with this group of people and they teach you about plants. They teach you how to make a longbow and they teach you how to shoot with it, like how to make your arrows, and they teach you this stuff. It's like a day or two. It's like a full day or two. But that just, thinking about and they teach you like how they would get fish and like how they would do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like you actually do it with them. But that would be so cool to do something like that. I think that would be awesome to actually learn that kind of stuff. Then learn to shoot a shepherd slingshot for a minute. Man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. If it breaks, a lot cheaper and easier to ditch. Oh yeah. Talking about like a recurve bow or a long bow. You wouldn't feel as bad about ditching a long bow, especially if you knew how to make one. You know what I mean? Then you'd just be like, well, shit, as long as I got my knife on me, I'm good to go. I'm gonna make me another one. Just gotta find. They teach you like the type of tree that you would use to make a bow from, the arrows, how to make the string. Like it's pretty wild. I remember reading about this I say a couple, probably 5 years ago now. But I was like, man, that would be fun to learn that kind of stuff. That's something I would probably have to do it like 2 or 3 times for everything to sing, because you get kind of overstimulated sometimes if you're doing something that's completely new, and you're like you're still learning, but you're like, man, I did not take away everything I could have learned because there was so much I was learning. I only took like the high points away. But anywho, yeah, that would be cool though. Tuck, just seal up the bow and string separately. And I mean, when it comes to like a compound, technically, all of them things, they I mean, they're damn near bulletproof. The only thing you'd want is extra if you had a bow press and string, like to restring one. That would be good, if you had that. But yeah, they're pretty solid. I may get that thing out today and like make a short shooting it or something, either today or tomorrow. That'd be fun. I love, like I said, I love shooting. I used to shoot a lot of competition. There's no telling how many arrows I have slung through a bow. Y'all want to see something cool? Actually, check this out. I did this at a competition. This is one that I kept. A guy betted me a lot of money that I couldn't do that. And I told him I could. Y'all see what that is there? That's, you know, if you've ever seen somebody Robin Hood one. And this is not competition arrows, by the way. These are hunting arrows. These are thin arrows. So the target was very, very, very small. But yeah, I love shooting bows. I'll put that up in a second. I don't want to mess it up. That was such a cool day too, because a lot of people were watching. Like it was kind of pressure. You know, a little bit of pressure was on me. It wasn't really pressure to me. I think I was 15 or 16 when I did that. And that was about, let's see, it was about 25 yards. I think it was 25 yards. That's how far away that was. But yeah, a guy was talking shit. And let's see. He at first he was just like, yeah, I bet you couldn't do that, because I was shooting all different targets. Because I was like, I ain't shooting the same target. I'll mess my arrows up. He's like, I bet you couldn't even hit one of your own arrows. I said, dude, I can hit one on command. I said, I don't, because these arrows are about $35 a piece. I said, that's why I'm not doing it. And he was like, well, I bet you couldn't do that. And I finally got him talked in. I said, I'll tell you what, you bet me, or you put enough money on the line that'll cover both of my arrows, and I'll do it. So the little dude that, because at the time this is an indoor range, little dude that worked in there, I said, how much would 2 arrows be? Just like this, cut and set back up for me. And he was, I forgot what it was like 70 something dollars. And I said, okay, make it $80. I said, no, I'll do it. So dude was like, okay. That was pretty funny. And my friend Jesse, the one that shot the Matthews, he was like, Jay can do it. He's like, I'm telling you, you're about to lose your money. That was a fun evening. It was just a day after school. We'd go out there and shoot. Let's see. Yeah, you'd want a bow press and all that stuff for a compound bow. They used sideways for the strings, hardwood for the arrow shafts. Can't remember what type of tree, but it seemed like it was softwood tree. Give it some flex, bird feather. Yeah, it was. It's always pretty cool learning that stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. You gotta do it a lot. At the time when I did that, I bet you I was shooting. I don't want to sound too crazy, but I bet you I was probably shooting anywhere from 500 to 1,000 arrows a day, or slinging 500 to 1,000 arrows a day. Like that's how much I shot. Oh, nice. We got mechanized guys in here. Bobby Bama. I was 25 yards away. That's how far that indoor range was at the time. 25 yards. I know that it was kind of, I had to set one of my pins at 25 yards, which is kind of odd. Normally I like to do 20, 30, If it's a 3-pin, I'll do 20, 30, and 50. And then if it's a 5-pin, I'll do 20, 30. What is it? 40, 50, and 70. And that's another thing. Like, we would go out to 100 yards a lot of times and shoot like the big box targets. Yeah, it was I know I'm not at that level now because I don't shoot that much, but it was always cool. Like, I wouldn't like cocky, but somebody, if they started being a smartass to me, I was always pretty good about being a smartass back. And like on the 3D ranges, the outdoor ranges, I remember one dude talking about how no one had hit the raccoon or something yet that day. It was like a little raccoon. It was a long ass ways away. I think it was like 45 yards away. But I was like, I'll put it through his fucking eyeball if I want to. Anyway, that was always fun. Now I'd be like, shit, I hope I hit it. But that's definitely something that was a very big, I guess still is kind of big passion of my life, was shooting bows. It kept me out of a lot of trouble as a kid too. Kept me out of a lot of trouble. There's a lot worse things I could have been doing, but I was focused on that. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here, get some kiddos ready for school. Try to get a ruck in today, and then probably go out, make some content. Sounds like a plan. Let's see, guys. It's Friday. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good weekend. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day and weekend. If everything goes well, Lord willing, I'll see you guys Tuesday, same place, same time. And don't do nothing crazy. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Bobby Bama, bad dream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trying to think. I think that's about everything. If you need any medical kits, pre-programmed radios, please stop by, pick some up. You can use that code, get you a little bit of money off. It's my way of saying thank you for supporting us here on YouTube's, being a part of Coffee and Chaos or Thirsty Thursday or both. And I think that's all I got. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me, drinking some coffee with me. Y'all be safe. Have a good weekend. God bless, guys. Y'all be good.